Chase, are you going to go see Endgame when it re-releases?
I don't even know anymore.
I feel like I probably am. I think I'm whipped.
I don't think I am.
They got me, dude. Help. I gotta see that deleted scene. Apparently it's like one deleted scene. Yeah, a deleted scene, a tribute, and an introduction by Anthony Russo.
Right, so a total of 3 extra minutes.
Yeah, I think it was only like 5 extra minutes to the actual runtime. I don't know if that counts as the tribute or the... I don't know if it counts the tribute or like the sneak peek at Far From Home either. Or like the introduction, but we'll find out, I guess. Oh, boy. It really shows I don't have much better to do with my life, huh? Turn off your phone! We're recording!
Alright.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Lights, Camera, Comics, the show where we talk about all the latest news in geeky movies and TV. I'm your host, Joseph Gallion, and with me, as per the usual, is Mr. Chase Gallion.
Sap.
Very casual, I like it. Alright, if you want to follow the show before we dive into it, you can follow the show at Heroic Power ENT on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Follow me at Captain Chase SG on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Follow Chase on Instagram at Chase.Gallion1, Twitter at Gallion_Chase, and Snapchat at Chase.Gallion. Gallion is spelled Galyean. If you missed any of that, you can find it in the description.
Look at your boy.
Boom. I'm flying through it. All the way through.
Rolling through right off the dome. Not even looking at the description links.
Let me tell you. Oh, yeah, I totally wasn't looking at your descriptions at all.
Look at it.
Because it's all three different.
Look at it.
Would you just look at it?
Look at him go.
Would you just look at that? Guys, you can find the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify, as well as Google Play and SoundCloud. So basically, that's like the 5 best places to find a podcast. So that's where we are.
5 only places to find a podcast.
What are you talking about? There's like a few others that are not as well known, like, for instance, Podbean.
Right. Yeah.
I was working at
look at the 5 people who are on Podbean.
I was working at a church for a while, and the pastor wanted to put his sermons in podcast form on the internet, which I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. A lot of churches do that now, like a lot of the big ones, like whether it be like Passion or Fresh Life or whatever. A lot of churches do that now. So I'm like, all right, cool. Where'd you, what are you thinking? And I'm like, and he goes, well, I've already started a subscription to Podbean. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, where else do you want to put it? I think it's good there for right now. Okay. So if you guys want to go to Podbean,
all of the 100 people that are on Podbean, go there, because it's just going to blow up.
It's basically the amount of people that listen to podcasts on SoundCloud. So I'll be honest. Yo, before we get into the show, can I just take a minute to like praise Spotify for a second?
No.
That new update. Oh,
got him. All right, moving on.
No, the new update for Spotify is great for podcasts. I use an Apple phone, but I no longer use Apple Music, and I'm not going to use Apple Podcasts anymore. Because it's like having my music and my podcasts in one place on a better app. Sorry, Apple. I didn't mean it. Please don't delete my show from iTunes.
I still use iTunes.
That's fair. I feel like a lot of people use iTunes just because they're like can't be bothered to move their whole audio library from one place to another. I bit the bullet, and I'm glad I did. I had it took me 2 days to do it.
No.
But it all downloaded, and I was like, yes. It was worth it. But anyway, so yeah, back to actual nerd news. Yay. That was a really freaking cringy way of putting it. Back to the nerd news. Ugh. I'm very happy with myself. Anyway. So the way that we split up the show is we split it into 4 categories: Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and miscellaneous, which covers everything not covered by the first 3. Spoiler alert, there's no Star Wars or miscellaneous news. Yeet.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
I would love to
I
start
wasn't
with
even gonna-
miscellaneous news, please.
Oh, okay. Hey, Chase.
Yeah.
There's no miscellaneous news.
Oh, and for my next choice,
Oh, yeah.
I would
Yeah, yeah.
I would like to choose Star Wars news, please.
All right, all Star Wars movies are canceled. All right, so moving
All right.
on.
For my
For my
third choice, I would like to choose miscellaneous part 2, please.
I actually hate you.
And then my fourth choice.
Oh yes, is it? Could
we
it
all
be?
know what it is.
Could it be?
Miscellaneous part 3.
Actually, not what I expected. I expect the trilogy. Friggin' Star Wars original trilogy. Who? Godfather.
That's
Who?
right.
No
That's
perfect
right.
trilogies here. Captain America trilogy. Who? That's definitely the best superhero trilogy. Come at me. Cause
Whoa.
that's the only one that has
Whoa.
3 great movies.
Whoa.
Because if you're like, oh, the original Superman trilogy, I'm like, hey, remember Superman 3? Spider-Man, the original, remember Spider-Man 3? And then it's like, oh, the Dark Knight trilogy, hey, remember the Dark Knight Rises? That bad,
Yeah.
the movie bad. It real bad. Then remember Iron Man 2 or Thor 2? You can't come at me. Remember X-Men 3? Or any of the other
Remember
X-Men
X-Men?
movies? Yeah. Oh, you got him. Remember any of the Foxman movies except for like First Class
X2?
and Logan? Well, Logan doesn't even count as an X-Men movie. Yeah, First Class and X-Men 2. Those are the only 2 good X-Men movies that they ever made. Fight me. I know people like First Class, but I don't, so shut up. Anyway.
Really?
Oh, yeah, because I haven't talked about this at all with the last few X-Men projects
X-Men
we've
First
done.
Class?
I meant to say Days of Future Past. No, I love First Class.
That's on record now. That's
I hate
great.
my life. Don't ever take that out of context, please.
I'm-
First Class is a fantastic movie, and it's one of the best superhero movies made.
I
Matthew
wasn't
Vaughn
even talking
is a
during that either,
directorial
so
legend.
literally anyone could just
I hate you.
download the audio file and get the cutting.
Something tells me I know what you're doing with your Friday night now.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you mean, you say as you pull out scissors for your cutting.
I'm just gonna be browsing my favorite MP4
Oh, really? Yeah,
place,
yeah.
which is
Podbean?
this new place called YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Gonna check it out.
I hear you. You know what I just realized? We're like 10 minutes deep in the podcast and we haven't even started the news.
Well, I mean, there's no Star Wars or miscellaneous, so we're just technically filling
technically
this
we
in.
started
Yeah,
already.
So we're early.
So shut
We're
up.
early,
How
really.
about
So-
that? 2
so
people who
Daryl
listen.
listening?
Michael.
Chevelle, Chavant.
Let me
You're
tell you
twins,
something, Cassandra.
and I know.
All right. Let me tell you something. Why don't you take yourself back to where you belong, which is in... I don't even know where I was going with that. I was going to say the trash, but I'm like, that's mean.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, Cassandra.
Yeah.
You don't belong in the trash. You're a very special person. God made you special, and he loves you very much, to quote freaking VeggieTales. That's ingrained in my brain, dude, from Lord.
I had forgotten about it until you said it.
Dude, and then all the flashbacks. But hey,
Yeah,
this
it's like
isn't
PTSD.
HPE. This is LCC. Let's get into some news.
Ow, my knee. All right.
Ow,
let's
my
go.
knee. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
It rhymes. All of our shows rhyme.
LCC,
Anyways,
HPE, what if the... Yeah, it all right.
ow, my knee. Well, those two
And Ow
rhyme.
My Knee. We're renaming What If to Ow My Knee without any explanation unless you listen to like episode 24 of Lights Camera Comics.
Dang it, Joseph, I was actually going to do a new show called Ow My Knee where I talk about all the times I've went into a theater and hit my knee on the freaking armrest, but never mind.
That or it's a prank show where it's like every prank ends with someone hurting their knee. No? Okay.
No.
All right. I like the idea where you can have like horrifyingly terrible pranks. Oh no, I poured sugar in your gas tank and your engine exploded. And now I'm scraping my knee on the pavement. Ow My Knee, hosted by Ashton Kutcher every Friday on MTV.
I was just thinking of like having normal pranks. Like I put a straw paper in your straw and you accidentally sucked it up, and then some little kid comes in with a crowbar and smacks you in the leg and then runs away.
Right on the knee. It's perfect.
Wow!
Oh my god, he's like his kneecap is shattered, but he's like, I've always wanted to be on Ow My Knee.
I love Ow My Knee.
It's
Al
such a
Roker,
good
is
show.
that you?
Al
Al Roker hosts the show.
I thought
That's
I said
great.
Ashton Kutcher was going to.
No,
He's that's only the
old
first season.
news.
We have rotating guests.
Old news.
So we have
Al Roker.
we have Ashton Kutcher first season. Then we have Al Roker the second season. Third season, we're going to go off the wall and get, like, I don't know, like Alfred Hitchcock's corpse. This went off the rails really quick, but I'm sticking to the bit. So season 3 is hosted by Alfred Hitchcock, but he's like
Okay,
he's
season
like
3
up.
is Alfred
He's like
Hitchcock's
propped up.
body, and then moving
his
on.
body's just
and season
propped
4,
up, he's puppeteered by Chris Pratt.
Oh god. And then season 4 is Frankie Muniz for the win.
Yeah, it's a return to normalcy.
That's right.
Season 3 got mixed reviews.
Yeah.
But season 5 is the final season of the show, so it's hosted by like all technically 5 people because, you know, Alfred Hitchcock and Chris Pratt count as all of them. But on the last episode, they're all pranked by Harrison Ford, except he was like couldn't be bothered to be there. So instead, they got the guy who played Han Solo in Solo to do it instead.
What is that guy's name?
I feel really bad. I don't.
Alan Reich.
It's Aaron Einreich.
Yeah,
Aaron.
like that.
He has a really weird last name. But anyway, you want to start with Marvel news after we've made our own prank show? You want to start with Marvel news or DC news?
Which one has longer news? About the same.
Marvel.
Okay,
And literally,
let's
it's
do
just
DC
one more
first.
bit of news, to be honest.
Yeah, DC.
But it hasn't been a big news week. A lot of it's rumors, just like last week. But you know, it's fun to talk about and make people aware of it. And that way, if you know it turns out to be true, we can hop on there and be like, "Ha, called it first." LCC exclusive. But
right.
all right. So DC news. Now, my mans, do you know who Tom Welling is?
Tom Welling.
Yes.
Of who?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Who is Tom Welling?
He played Superman in
No.
Smallville.
I know.
Oh.
He's also in Lucifer, the TV show.
Oh,
about
is he?
The devil coming.
Does he
to
play
Earth
Satan?
and chilling out. No, he plays Cain. Spoilers.
As in, like, Abel?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, I haven't watched Lucifer because it's really weird, ambiguous with, like, Christianity and whatever. But, like, at the same time, I watched stuff like The Good Place. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's good. I enjoyed it.
It sounds interesting. It's just a little bit
Yeah.
weird to me being like, hey, you know, the Lord of Darkness is actually a good guy. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, Lordy. But I'm sure he's good in it. But anyway, the reason I bring up Tom Welling is because he has recently expressed interest in playing Batman for the Arrowverse. I could see that. He's got the butt chin for it, I will be honest. He's got that booty chin on lock.
Got the booty chin.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just an eh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they need him, though, honestly. It doesn't make much sense to me, if I'm being real. Like, they've already set up the fact that, you know, he's not going to be in the Batgirl or Batwoman series or whatever.
Yeah. There's not really a point in having Batman in it except for, you know, to have Batman in it because they just keep beating around the bush for Batman.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like, he's a thing, but he's not. Also, we basically already have Batman because we made Green Arrow Batman now.
Yeah. But
But,
he's going
like,
to be
I don't
gone
know.
next season, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, oh, yeah, isn't he dying?
Something like
Probably.
that. Fingers
Something like
crossed.
that. Fingers crossed. Yeet. Wow, that's nice. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, my brothers were watching Flash on Netflix, today. And I was like, they were on season 3, and it was the episode after Flashpoint, and I was so upset. Because I remembered. It all came flooding back how much they absolutely disrespected Flashpoint.
Yep.
Like, I mean, obviously they wouldn't be able to do the same thing as the comic. Because, the comic had however many years of like, decades of setup and everything. It's like, you've got so much history that you can play with. But you could have had your own fun little version of Flashpoint in that show. Like, instead of, like, Thomas Wayne being the Batman of Flashpoint, have, like, Oliver Queen's dad, I don't remember his name, be the Arrow of that one. Oh, Robert Queen, yeah. Well, and they made a joke about it in
it was. Yeah, he
2.
was actually.
Yeah, in year 2, I think. Or no, not year 2. In season 2 on Earth 2. He was the Arrow on that one, I think.
Yeah,
maybe
because they made like an offhand, like,
yeah, little
Robert
joke
Queen comes back from 5 years on an island. I don't know, like a masked vigilante.
But they could have done something like that, like have that relationship, because they basically made Superman and Batman or Flash and Arrow the Superman and Batman of the CW universe. So it's like, I don't know, they could have played around with it so much more. Like, have more of, like, I don't know, make the rogues superheroes and stuff like that. Especially Captain Cold. I mean, you could have had a lot to do, except they just did one episode. You could have filled an entire season with Flashpoint.
Yeah,
I mean,
even, like, ideally, they usually have, like, a front half and then a back half of the season with 2 different storylines. So they could have done the first half with Flashpoint and then the back half with, whatever else they were trying to do.
I'll be honest, that's part of the reason why I loved with Savitar, even though Savitar really sucked as a villain, and it was just Barry, which is what everyone guessed it was. And then they explained it and it didn't make any sense.
Right.
Ugh.
You kill me, but I'm a time remnant, and if you kill yourself and then I'm still here, I need an aspirin.
Yeah,
Help
and then Savitar winds up killing HR instead of Iris, and everyone's like, yay, Iris is alive. And I'm like, oh, the freaking only good character in this show just died. And no one cares.
Yeah.
They gloss over that. They're like, oh, we saved Iris. And I'm like, my man is dying on the pavement because of you people.
Right.
What? He sacrificed himself, and y'all are, like, clapping and, like, freaking high-fiving over saving Iris, and he
good
dead.
game in each other.
Yeah, good game. GG, no re. Freaking, oh, no. And then they kill the Black Flash, and he's like, the one thing. Oh, wait, hold on. I got a jar so I can do the voice better. 1 second. The one thing the Black Flash is weak to. Cold! It's so dumb. I love it. Also, I just destroyed everyone's ears. I'm going to have to fix that in editing, where it's like, yeah, I'll just take that way down. But anyway, hey, let's move on in the news, because believe it or not, I don't really care all that much about Arrowverse.
Okay, fair enough. That's cool.
So speaking of Flash, though, like we were, Ezra Miller's Flash, there has been a report from Cosmic Book Movie News, or Cosmic Book Movies, or anyway, cosmicbook.com. Ezra Miller his Flash movie is apparently going to start filming after Fantastic Beasts 3. Can I make a prediction?
Yeah, go for it.
That's not going to happen.
Good prediction.
I can almost, like, put my entire life savings on that, because let me tell you something. Ezra Miller ain't going to do it. They're finally out of contract. It just happened. both like him and I think the director that they had tapped for it are now gone. I don't think either of them are going to come back. Their contracts have expired, and I am almost 100% sure that this will not happen. I think they're going to soft reboot everything, starting from like Aquaman. The only thing they're going to keep in continuity is like Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Shazam. Or they'll keep everything else in continuity, but they won't reference it anymore. Like, I almost guarantee you that that's the way they're moving. Maybe a little bit of Suicide Squad just because it was successful.
Yeah.
Because they're basically soft rebooting Suicide Squad already with James Gunn's version in 2021. So, like,
Yeah.
I mean,
they are bringing
come on.
back the guy who played Rick Flag.
Are they? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We reported on that. Yeet. They're bringing him back and Harley Quinn back, and I think that's about it. Because Will Smith did not want to come back. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. You're getting that Aladdin money. You do you.
That's a good move.
Never had a friend like you, man.
Boom.
Yeet. Da-da-da, blah. That's one of the best Disney songs. Fight me. It's a really freaking good song. But yeah, no. Ezra Miller's not playing the Flash. I can almost 100% promise you that that's not going to happen. But hey, speaking of Warner Brothers being stupid, Swamp Thing movie is apparently in development after they've canceled the Disney or DC Universe app show, which is dumb because it was filming in Wilmington and people were getting jobs, and I'm upset about it. And then they tried to blame it on North Carolina, even though it wasn't North Carolina's fault. Yeet.
Yeah. I followed that a little. Well, a lot actually. It ended up being what was it? That DC had claimed that North Carolina, the government said that they could have a bigger tax return on the film's entire cost. It was something like pretty much what they put into it, however many million they spent. And North Carolina had given them a contract agreeing to give them back $16 million, I believe it was, which wasn't anywhere close to what DC was asking for, but they signed it anyways and went along with it. And then after they canceled the show, they were like, oh, sorry fans, North Carolina, oh, dang it. And then, North Carolina comes out and is like, we have legal proof that you said this amount of money was okay. So
Chase, I'll be honest with you.
What you gonna do?
I missed all of that.
Nice.
Because you were roboting so hard for my end because the internet dipped for a minute there, which is great. So I'm going to enjoy going back and listening to what you said because I don't want to have to make you repeat it because my internet's being big old dumb.
Well,
but yeah, I don't know. I believe it was. I have faith in you, and I'm going to enjoy listening to it while I'm editing. But hey, speaking of Warner Brothers, so they have a new CEO that's just been appointed. Ann Sarnoff is now the new CEO of Warner Brothers Pictures. I bring this up just because I think it's interesting that we're getting this. I think it might mean something new for DC movies. Because Warner Brothers has really put their fingers all in the movies, and I feel like if we have maybe some more fresh blood in Warner Brothers, maybe they'll understand to kind of let people do their thing. Also hire good people to do their thing, because Zack Snyder was not the best person to direct a Superman movie, or a Batman movie, or a Justice League movie, or anyway, I'm done. But Patty Jenkins was good for Wonder Woman, and James Wan is really good for Aquaman, and Simon Kinberg. Big no. That's the guy who did Dark Phoenix. Hold on. Why can I not remember the guy who did Adam Sandberg? I think no, it's not Sandberg. Why can I not remember the name of the guy who directed Shazam? I am super upset.
Yeah, I can't help you there.
Literally the best DC movie to date, and I can't even remember the name of the guy who directed it. I'm good at this. I'm
Wah,
really
wah.
good at this. Wah, wah. Well, I don't know. I think if you get people who are passionate and care about the characters, that's when your movie succeeds. That's why I think James Gunn's Suicide Squad is going to be good, because he's putting all these random nobody characters that no one cares about but like him, you know? And that's what was fun about Guardians of the Galaxy, was these nobodies that even a lot of comic characters didn't really know about, and that were getting their own movie. And now it's, I mean, personally, I think the Guardians 1 and 2 are two of the best MCU films, period. Like, I think the best MCU films are probably the Captain America trilogy, two Guardians, Infinity War, Endgame, and the first Avengers are like the top. Not to say I don't like the other ones, because trust me, Chief, I do. But I think that those are the best ones they've made so far. Spider-Man's up there too. I'll be honest with you. But hey, speaking of Marvel movies, Chase, you ready to get into Marvel news?
No.
Let's freaking do it. Endgame, my man. It's getting re-released. And it's going to clap Avatar. I guarantee you that. I think it's only for a weekend. I kept trying to find exactly like if there were specifics on how long the re-release was going to be, but I'm pretty sure it's only for this weekend. Literally the weekend that you're listening to this. You might see a video towards the end of the week of either me or me and Chase. Chase might not go see it, but we'll find out about the re-release, like a review on extra stuff. I mean, heck, even if I just go see it, it might be fun if I just explain everything that happened to you. But that might actually be kind of a fun video, to be honest. But it is coming out this weekend. It's going to have a deleted scene. Apparently, it's unfinished, which is kind of fun, to be honest. I don't know if it's going to be in the movie or what. But it will have a new intro by Anthony Russo, one of the Russo brothers that directed the film. And it will have a tribute, apparently, from what we hear. We don't know to who, but I think from what I heard, it's to Stan Lee. And also a special sneak peek at Spider-Man Far From Home, which comes out this Tuesday, July 2nd, 2019, if you're listening to this in the future. But yeah, so I'm interested in it, and I'm definitely going to go see it, because why not just go see Endgame for a fourth time? It's not like the guy who's seen it over 100 times. Did you see that?
I did see that.
My man.
That's pretty crazy.
It was a YouTuber that did that with Infinity War. He said he saw it like 140 some times. It was Nim Raps on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's a good content creator. But anyway. But like, dude. I'm actually kind of getting excited to go see it again, because it's a really good movie, and plus I get to see some extra jazz. And like, I would pay the price of a ticket just to go see that Captain America scene again, where he picks up Mjolnir and fights Thanos. I'm like, yes sir, let's go. Yeah. Yes, Papa, let's clap Thanos right now. Give him the smoke, hit him with the fade, yeet on that boy. Anyway, I'm done using millennial terms.
Are you?
No, not really. Let's give him anyway. Let's get this bread. Anyway, let's yeet this wheat. All right. I'm disappointed in myself at this point.
I hate you.
Bro, same. Oh no.
It's truly great.
I'm upset. But anyway, speaking of the re-release for Endgame, I think it's important to mention the fact that Dark Phoenix is being pulled from theaters because of the Endgame re-release. People are actually legitimately making room for Endgame and pulling Dark Phoenix out 2 weeks after its release because no one's going to see it. Or about 3 weeks, actually.
That's pretty funny.
I mean, good for them. If it's not making any money, pull it from theaters, because if you're not making money from any viewings because no one's going to see it, because dude, it's been out for nearly a month. Soon it will be out for a month, and it's only made about 250 million worldwide. Yep. That's That's embarrassing, Chief. That's real embarrassing.
It's when you don't, you know you've done something wrong.
You know you've made a crap film. Yeet. Oh no, but dude, hashtag
Schmeat.
the Kinberg cut.
Neat.
I want the original
Feet. Stink.
How'd they
Stinky
do?
feet, guys.
Speaking of feet, ow, my knee. New show coming to anyway. We're bringing it back. Friggin' okay. Dude, I don't know. I'm pretty excited, but here's some real interesting news. We're gonna have to take this one with a grain of salt, but I would like to read you an article by We Got This Covered, because they handle it very well. Because there's been some possible new Phase 4 leaks. So here's where the fun happens. So let me go ahead and read a bit of this article by David James. It says, now that Avengers Endgame is... Okay, I'm going to skip forward a little bit. Oops. But anyway, so what's coming next is a little bit hazier, but trusted leaker Roger Wardell, who's revealed some in-game plot points way back in December, has now given us a scoop on what the full plans are, and they are certainly exciting. According to him, what's coming in Phase 4 is Black Widow, Eternals, Black Panther 2, Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange 2, Thor 4, Ant-Man 3, Captain Marvel 2, Nova, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. He also teases that Marvel's developing 3 new takes on the Avengers: the New Avengers, the Young Avengers, and the Dark Avengers, and explains that they want to move away from a decade-long saga in favor of a shorter mini arc based storyline, which is really interesting. Finally, he notes that there'll be a clear divide between Earth and space-based stories for heroes from now on, and apparently driving the Earth-based plot lines will be Norman Osborn, who apparently is going to be introduced in Spider-Man Far From Home, and which is pretty freaking interesting. Let me see if it says where the... Okay, anyway, it's a lot to take in, but most of it fits in what we already knew. Perhaps most intriguing, though, is the notion of a Nova solo movie. I believe the character was once introduced... Okay, anyway, I'm going to skip down a little bit more, but that's basically what we need to know for now. Now, Chase.
Yes.
What do you think about this news?
I like it. Now, these are just rumors, right?
No, they're not 100%
just like little leaks. No. Yeah.
You remember whenever we read the tweets from Roger Wardell, and a lot of it was true about, Thor getting fat and all that jazz?
Right.
So we've seen more interesting, in-depth looks at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, about how it's apparently going to have the High Evolutionary as the villain, and, Lila's going to be in it, Rocket's otter wife from the comics.
Nice.
Small idea. Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh gosh, no.
Well, first of all, yes, because
No.
her and Bradley Cooper are in a lot of things, so it'd be really funny. But secondly, no, listen.
No.
Wouldn't it be amazing? No. I'll have my time and then you have your time, all right?
No.
Wouldn't it be amazing?
No.
If Jennifer Lawrence gave a more passionate and an emotional and heartfelt performance in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 as an otter than she does in every single X-Men movie past First Class. I think that would be hilarious. Also, she's a good actress,
I'd rather
so
not.
it'd work. I would rather not. I mean, fair enough.
I think she would rather not.
I mean,
honestly.
probably same. Let's be. It makes sense, but then again, all she would have to do is just come in and do her lines and leave. That's all Bradley Cooper has to do. He's hardly even ever on the press tour for any of the stuff.
Yeah.
He kind of comes in, does his line, and pieces out. It's like how
you need
it's
me
like
for
what,
anything else? No.
Cool.
Fantastic. All right.
I don't know if James Gunn has a sister, but there you go. Now you've got someone to do motion capture and stuff like that on the set, like Sean Gunn does for Rocket.
Or, even better, Sean Gunn just do both.
Does both. No, he has a puppet that he does it with. It's a sock puppet, though. It's not a good puppet. It's a sock puppet.
Yeah, like an actual visual representation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, of the character.
Yeah.
No, it's just a sock puppet.
It's a sock puppet with comically stupid lady lips on it and googly eyes with big old fluttery eyelashes. And he does the voice as well. So he's like, hey, I'm Rocket. I'll improv a line about a bunch of jackays standing in a circle like he did in Guardians 1. And then he talks out of the Lila puppet. I would love that, okay? I'm just saying, make this happen.
No.
Don't even do. You know what? Make that a TV show in and of itself, please, and make Taika Waititi the writer and director of it. Yes. I worked in my Taika Waititi love for just a little bit. All right, but anyway, I want to talk a little bit more about the leaks just for a minute because like a lot of these are really interesting. Let me go over the movies again. So the movies are Black Widow, which has been confirmed, Eternals, which has also been confirmed, Shang-Chi, which is, I mean, it's confirmed. They haven't made an official confirmation, but it's coming. Black Panther 2, which, yeah, it made about almost $2 billion, so obviously. Doctor Strange 2, which they've been talking about. Ant-Man 3, which I'm like, please? I really need a third Ant-Man, even though it doesn't make as much movies as money as the other movies do.
It doesn't make as much movies as the other monies do. So
shut up.
Darn it, guys. Just imagine all the DC execs, Joss Whedon, Kevin Feige, everybody just standing around a table. They're like, guys, the monies just don't make as much good movies. And everybody just stares for like a second. Like a solid 5 seconds of just standing and looking at them. They're not even sitting down. This was just like an inopportune meeting, and he just called them over to the water cooler or whatever. Then they're like, I've never thought of it that way. And then they just shut down Marvel Studios immediately. Yeah. All right.
Thanks for that, Chase. Now, anyway, moving on. Oh, goodness. Captain Marvel 2. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and what's interesting to me is Thor 4. I can see this one happening, obviously, since Valkyrie's the new Queen of Asgard. So I'm like, heck yeah, and I'd like to see what Thor does, although apparently rumors, because now, hey, I can work this in, rumor has it that both Nova and Beta Ray Bill are going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So that would be interesting. I think it would be cool if what happens is Thor maybe even like hands over Stormbreaker to Beta Ray Bill, because in the comics Beta Ray Bill, that was his weapon, was Stormbreaker. It was not Thor's. So maybe you could do that, and then you bring him back for Thor 4, and also you better have Taika Waititi direct Thor 4, or I will flip a desk. In fact, I will flip multiple. If I don't have my Taika Waititi Thor 4, I will be upset.
So my thing about the whole Beta Ray Bill getting Stormbreaker is
mad.
Then
if it doesn't happen, I'm mad.
What's
Dude,
gonna be
I'll be honest, you're
Thor's...
really roboting again hard for some reason, and I don't know why.
Okay, I give up. Continue.
Oh, hey, you're back.
Go ahead.
You're Oh, okay. But you're back. I can hear you now.
Go ahead.
All right, fine. All right, but anyway, the ones after that are New Avengers, Young Avengers, and Dark Avengers. So that's really cool to me. I don't think these are going to be big, like whatever friggin' crazy Avengers movies like all of the last 4 have been. I think these are going to be more smaller, whatever, like lower threat level villains. Like New Avengers will have, say, the Masters of Evil to fight. I think that would be fun. Where, like, you know, you've got your New Avengers team of like Sam Cap, not Bucky Cap, because Sam got the shield. Oops. You know, you got Falcon Cap, you've got like Scarlet Witch, and yeah, but you know, the new lineup for the team, like we'll probably even have like Ant-Man and the Wasp and all those on the team. And And then you have Young Avengers, which I think is really cool because you can see where they're setting up for that. With even having Cassie Lang a whole lot older now, you can have her be Stature. You can have, apparently they're introducing Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye Disney Plus show. So there's another member right there already. Also, hey, since we're talking about that, there's been rumors about the Hawkeye Disney Plus show, which that is going to be the story of how Hawkeye has to come out of retirement because a young teen named Kate Bishop is taking his name and claiming to be the new Hawkeye in New York City. So he has to go down there and gets involved in the mob and everything, and eventually decides to train Kate Bishop as the actual new Hawkeye for reals, which I like because it sounds like a backhanded way of getting the Matt Fraction Hawkeye run that I let you borrow, Chase. Yeah. Which is so good. It's freaking beautiful. But all right. I'm trying to just like wrap my head all the way around all of this. But what's interesting to me is Dark Avengers, because I don't know how they're going to do that one. I mean, obviously Norman Osborn as the Iron Patriot, but they don't have a whole lot of characters to use. Obviously they can make, I mean, if they wanted to pull in Netflix characters, you could have Bullseye from the Netflix shows as Hawkeye like they did in the comics. That would work. In fact, it'd be pretty cool. And it would even give you an excuse for him to finally have the mask as well. It's just so people, will see that, hey, it's not actually Jeremy Renner, a.k.a. Clint Barton, under the mask. But, a lot of the other ones, I don't really know how they'll do. I don't know. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how they try to pull that. Just to see, like, the how they do, like, villain versions of other characters, I don't know. I'll be interested to see what they do, because that would be really cool if they actually do Dark Avengers. And it'll probably be after a little bit of time. So they've got time to introduce more characters and stuff like that before they even make that movie. But Norman Osborn is apparently going to be the main Earth villain, which makes a lot of sense, let's be honest. But what's interesting to me is they don't specify what the space-based villain will be for the space heroes like Nova and Guardians and all those guys, and like Captain Marvel. So Chase, here's my question for you. Who do you think would be a good villain for the space MCU? Also, if you don't really know that much about Space Marvel, that's okay. We'll move. I'll just say my piece and move on.
Galactus.
Yeah, probably. Although I'll be honest. All right, I don't know if they'll do Galactus for just space villains. I think Galactus is the character you build up, both in Earth and space movies. That Galactus is coming, and that's your next big team up for everybody. The way that Thanos was for like the Guardians and for the the ground heroes, you make Galactus the big team up in like 10 more years. I feel like that might be the way they go, because nobody really knew Thanos, but people know who Galactus is. At least they know the word. They know the name Galactus. Just because, like, that's a name that's been pretty popular in comics for years, as well as TV shows and everything else. It's Galactus, it's Galactus, it's Galactus. So I feel like maybe that would be, although it would be a really cool villain to use, I feel like they might save him for even bigger, because he's a big character to use. I don't know. Maybe like Annihilus. And you could do like the Annihilation Saga if you wanted. I mean, you could make the Skrulls the big bads. Like, eventually they go evil or whatever. I mean, then again, not all people are good, not all people are evil. So, like, not a whole species is going to be good. So maybe you just have a different faction of Skrulls being bad people. That would make sense. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. You could do so much with space, the cosmic MCU, that it's just insanity. because there's so many crazy things, and I feel like once we get the Fantastic Four introduced, we're gonna see a big boom for the cosmic MCU, like exploration, because that's what the Fantastic Four is. Fantastic Four is the Incredibles and Star Trek mixed together. So like family action and exploration, that's what the Fantastic Four is, and that's what the movies have gotten wrong. Yeet. There we go. There's my speech for Phase 4. Ugh. I've been doing so much talking.
Yes, you have.
And you've been letting me do it. You have not interjected at all. I'm blaming you because I blame everyone else for my problems. Yay.
There we go. Classic.
All right, Chase. Here's an interesting one. It's been confirmed, that Marvel is courting Keanu Reeves for a role. They want him in the MCU.
As a role.
As a role.
As a bread roll.
Exactly. A Hawaiian roll. That is who he is playing. I dig it. That'd be a breathtaking role. There it is.
Yes.
You're breathtaking. But anyway. I don't know, Chase. You got any ideas for who he could play?
I don't even
Miss
really
your
know.
Keanu.
Like,
he's a good actor.
Hyperion would be hilarious.
That would be kind of fun, actually.
Because he was the
Evil
one
Superman.
in The Matrix, and pretty much Hyperion is Marvel's version of Superman.
You know, that's the first time I've heard Hyperion for Keanu Reeves, but I like that.
Right?
I dig that idea. What if since they're introducing parallel universes, they bring in the Squadron Supreme, which is basically the Justice League, but not? So, like, you've got your Hyperion, you've got, like, Night Owl, you've got all those guys. Oh, that'd be really fun. I would like that a lot. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say Johnny Blaze would be fun.
Yeah,
he
that's
would
true.
be,
and he
very
loves a
good.
motorcycle ride.
Yes, he does. So he would be a good Ghost Rider. Silver Surfer.
Yeah?
Although I don't know if you would get Keanu Reeves and then cover him up in silver. Which, I mean, then again, I would have thought the same about Bradley Cooper, but then he's a raccoon, so there's that. I mean...
Yeah.
I don't know. There's been a lot I've been thinking of. I could see him as, honestly, I could see him as, say, Nova, like Richard Rider Nova. That would be fun. Give him his own trilogy, be a main character of a show, or not a show, movie, a trilogy. Like, he could kill it, honestly. Make him Space Cop, which is because Nova's kind of like. To be honest, it's kind of like Marvel Green Lantern Corps is the Nova Corps, because they kind of help police the galaxy. They do what the Green Lantern Corps do. So yeah, I could see that. In fact, that'd be really fun. Make him the Human Rocket, Nova. That was a really weird title, but that's what they called him in the '60s. Just like it was like the Scarlet Speedster, you had the Human Rocket because reasons. I don't know. I've been thinking about it like all week. People he could play. I could even see him as Mr. Fantastic, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't like it as much as John Krasinski, but like I could see it, you know.
I can't. No, I can't.
You're not a Keanu Reed Richards man. I see.
Nah, I can't.
I don't know. I want him to be a main character. So I'm really not thinking like, because a lot of people have said Ghost Rider or like Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, but I'm like, we have Robbie Reyes already, and he has the spirit of vengeance. It's not like the comics where it's a different spirit possessing him. It's the actual spirit of vengeance that they established that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that it's the real one, and he got it from Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, but are they gonna, in his new show, are they going to count the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. continuity?
Yeah.
Or are they just gonna start over?
It's the same actors, it's the same everything. That's not...
Yeah, but
the MCU won't do that.
They may soft reboot it.
I think they won't like necessarily talk about it, but it will count as continuity. They've confirmed that it's going to be continuity, and he was great in it. So you shut your dang mouth. I don't know. They could easily change that in literally one season, where he then gets possessed by his uncle. I think it was his Uncle Moro in the show. Not. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I've never read the All New, All Different Ghost Rider, so I've never really read Robbie Rose.
I read some summaries. I think it was It wasn't. It was like it was someone he knew, but it was like a psychotic.
Like his uncle?
Person. Maybe.
I don't know. I think they could easily do something like that where he loses the spirit of vengeance. It goes back to Johnny Blaze, which would easily make it so that Keanu could be Ghost Rider, and then he gets possessed by the other spirit that he has in the comics. I don't know. It's all up in the air. I like Keanu as Silver Surfer, and I really like Keanu as Nova as well, because I think that would be fun. Just make Keanu a space cop. It would be breathtaking, okay? Yeah, I made that joke twice. Fight me.
Boom.
I don't even care. I'll make breathtaking jokes all day. But hey, last bit of news, Chase, and it's kind of a farty one to end on, and I'm upset that I did, but it's currently being heavily rumored that we might be getting that Venom, Tom Hardy, Spider-Man, Tom Holland crossover that we all feared. It's being talked about a bunch. They've confirmed that Tom Hardy is going to come back for a second Venom movie, even though the first one was garbage. It was real bad. I think I'd rather watch Dark Phoenix again than watch Venom again. That's a hot take. Because it's shorter.
I don't know. I think Venom was better than Dark Phoenix.
I mean, I think it was better, but, I don't know. It's overshadowed by the other crap that I hate about that movie. I don't know. There's really good parts where, you have Tom Hardy talking to Tom Hardy, because, he played Venom and he played Eddie, and that stuff's really good. Really good. But then the rest of the movie, I don't know. Everything else about the movie is just not good. So, I don't know. It's basically it might sort of be in the MCU, but maybe not. It's not the worst movie, but it's just not good, I don't know. I think I'd rather watch a bad movie and make fun of it than watch a movie like Venom where, I did a whole video about it when it came out back in, I don't know, that was towards the end of the year last year. I did a whole video about why I really don't like it. So, hey, go watch it. But I don't know. I want Spider-Man to get the symbiote. I think that would be fun to see Tom Holland do that. I would rather it be... I would really rather... it be a different Venom, even though I love Tom Hardy. But I don't know. You could make it so that I don't know. You could really make it that maybe the symbiote leaves Eddie, goes to Spider-Man, and then after Spider-Man rejects it because it keeps making him try to do evil, dark things, that then it goes back to Eddie, and then they try to have revenge, and I don't know. You could do a whole thing with it. I don't know. It's possible, but it'd be a little bit weird having Eddie and Peter be friends and all that jazz whenever, one's, going to be 18, the other one's, 35. So, I don't know. I'd be interested, but at the same time, I just don't want my Venom anywhere near my MCU. It's oh, you got a little poop in my chicken salad. Why would you do that?
Yeah, it doesn't sound too great.
Sounds a little pooey. But, I think that's it for the show, my mans.
Okay.
I like how you can tell that we kind of both got tired towards the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's midnight. We started an hour and a half afterwards because my computer was being garbage and Chase's mom called. I miss my aunt. But anyway, that's because I haven't seen people I haven't seen anyone from my, our, your side of the family or even my mom's side of the family in, I think, since like Christmas of 2017 because work and school.
Boom.
And recently pregnant cats. That's a whole story.
On that grind.
On that pregnant cat grind. Anyway,
Gross.
that's a weird note to end it on, but that's what I'm ending it on. Guys, if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe, and, you know, whatever it is that you do on whatever platform you're listening to. But most importantly, above all else, what we really would love for you guys to do is to just tell one person you think that would enjoy the show. Tell them about the show. Literally be creative about it. I don't know. Just be like, hey, yo, these bros right here, they make a pretty good podcast, and you should listen to it because you're a nerd freak like me. Just kidding. We all love each other here. No hate. No judging. Just kidding. We're all nerd freaks, so you're accepted. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing to say to people that we're trying to get to listen, I think.
Yeah.
Chase, what should they do to get people to listen to the show?
Well, you should definitely go into your local bank with a ski mask.
Oh.
And a big pillowcase with a nice little dollar sign on it. And also, you need to run in. Don't walk in. You run because exercise is great for the body.
You gotta exercise.
Then you run in, right? So you're out of breath. And you yell at everyone to get it out. Get it out right now. Then everybody's going to be getting their belongings out and everything. It's going to be great. And then you tell everyone to get on their phones and go subscribe to the podcast. Because who doesn't love to be told what to do? I know I do. I enjoy a good telling. It's great.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's not at all incriminating, and that's definitely not going to look bad on us if YouTube ever decides to demonetize us or anything like that. Oh, well. Yeah, tell someone about the podcast. For Rogue Power Entertainment, I'm Joseph Gallion.
And I'm a microfiber cloth.
Oh, very fancy. Bye.